what is true may not always be pleasant. What is pleasant need not be true. But why truth is important is because it works. Pleasant things will bring solace to individual people. Solace means you're seeking somebody's help to handle your psychological drama. Truth means you're interested in the solution, not in solace. So, this mission aspect, all the problems on the planet is simply because everybody has their own mission. And these missions are creating variety of conflict. If all of us sit here without any mission, mission means an assumed position of importance and agenda, individual agenda. If all of us can sit here without any individual agenda, if our hearts beat just as life, not as a man, not as a woman, not as this party or this religion or that religion, simply as life, all of us will be able to see very clearly what is it that is most essential right now in the world, both for the individual and for the larger world. Because every one of us have taken up these assumed missionary positions. In our fervor of our own missions, very brutal things are being done in the world. People who even believe… mission is always God-given, unfortunately. You can look back on the history of humanity and see, whenever somebody said, God spoke to me, terrible things happened around them. In recent times, a president of a major nation said, God told me. Since then, over 1 million people are dead, 3 countries are ruined, and it has bred something that you cannot contain probably in the next 100 years, because God spoke to him. So, there are too many assumptions in this. There are too many assumptions involved. First of all, to think that I have a God-given mission, there is an exaggerated sense of importance for the human being. Somewhere, there is a ridiculous idea that human beings are central to the creation, or the cosmos is human-centric. No. Tomorrow morning, if this entire solar system evaporates, it will not even be noticed. That is how vast it is, creation. All of us, including the sun and the moon and all the planets, if we just evaporate tomorrow, it will not even be noticed, it's such a small speck. This tiny speck, which we call a solar system, in that planet Earth is a micro speck. In that micro speck, Kolkata is a super micro speck. In that, you are a big man. And now everybody has their own God-given missions. Whatever the most horrendous things that are happening on the planet right now, in Middle East, all these horrendous things are happening because they firmly believe they're doing God's work. Let's understand this. Sitting here, we may think, oh, these are all some cavemen or nutcases from somewhere. No, no, no. They're doing God's work. They truly believe it. If they did not believe it, they wouldn't pitch their life for it, isn't it? Any man who pitches his life for whatever he thinks is right or whatever he believes, you have to at least trust he's sincere about it. Is he sensible? That's another question. But is he sincere? He is. Otherwise he wouldn't pitch his life. Because it is in the very intrinsic nature of life, whether you're a man, woman, or an ant for that matter, if you try to catch an ant, he will do everything possible to save his life, isn't it? He does not think it's just an ant's life, let me shed it. No, 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 it's very valuable for him. This is the intrinsic nature of life, that every life values itself for what it is. Now, because most human beings have done nothing about experiencing the intrinsic value of life, right now I would say most human beings are not life, they're a bundle of thoughts, emotions, ideas, opinions and prejudices. Because they have become this, now they're coming up with another idea, they have a God-given mission. There is no mission. Life is a phenomena beyond missions. It is bigger than any silly mission we can think about. It is more profound, more organic and more phenomenal than anything human mind can ever think about. Our missions, local missions we can have. Right now you can have a mission, I don't want a single home in Kolkata without electricity. This is your local mission, it's fine. But this is not a God-given mission, this is a sensible mission that you come to because so many people are living in darkness. That's fine. Everybody can come up with missions like this out of your sense. But the moment you have a God-given mission, you're a danger to the world.
At 6 a.m. Hurry cooking. Get the children ready. Start by 8:30 a.m. to the office. Back from the office by 6:30. Then freshening up the children, myself, prayer, cook food, homework, sleep. In this hectic schedule, where can I fit yoga in my life?
Now, you get up at 6 o'clock and whatever time you go to bed, you have a busy day. Where's the time for yoga? You have time to eat, you have time to gossip, you have time to work, you have time to take care of everything, but you have no time to take care of yourself. That's what you're telling me. Now, this attitude is like you try to act like a martyr all the time. I have no time for myself, I'm giving myself totally to everybody. What is it that you're giving? Your agitations, irritations, your anxieties, passing it on to children, isn't it? If you're really concerned about your children, if you're truly concerned about your children, creating a joyful and loving atmosphere for their growth is most important. Not providing them shiny boots, not providing them better clothes, not providing them video games, not providing them something else is important. You creating an atmosphere of joy and love around them on a daily basis, moment to moment, is more important than all the nonsense that you're providing, isn't it so? Isn't it so? Yes or no? So what is your focus about life? If you're able to manage your work and your children, everything, do it. If you're unable to, do what you can do. Everybody can only do that much, isn't it? You want to do everything in the world, you will definitely go insane. How much you can do, each individual has to decide. Somebody may be able to get up at 6 o'clock and do all these things joyfully. Somebody else is not able to do. Accordingly, they have to adjust their life, isn't it? Now you have not gotten into all this, not because that's what you want to do, you are trying to be like somebody else. That's your whole problem. You want to have what other people have. You don't know whether you really need it or not. With all this work, what you have earned, your children, your husband, your wife or whatever, you are no more enjoying it. Then why do you need all this? All these things you created because you thought this is the source of your joy, isn't it? But right now, that has become the source of your anxiety and misery. Then you better look at the fundamentals of your life once again, isn't it? Isn't it so?